until it's cleaned up, I can't do it in here. And you as God's vessel, that's what he was saying. He was saying, I can't do it in here. And I gotta do it. So either I'm gonna clean you up or I'm gonna take you out. You ever been to somebody's house that's dirty, messy, junky, crazy, and they moving around like it's regular? Like they ain't even say excuse the mess or nothing. Just moving and grooving. And there were some spaces in your life that was messed up. And you was moving around them like they was regular. And God had to put a halt to that. Because he's saying in order for what I got to do to be fulfilled, then the house got to be clean. And so this whole process over this year, over the last 6 months, over the last 2-3 years, whatever, over the last 5 years, over some of you, it's a 10-year process. Some of you been on a 15-year battlefield. And some of that time you was in battle, you didn't know you was even fighting because you was just tricked by the enemy to think that what your mess was actually okay. It ain't that bad. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad compared to so-and-so house. Ain't that bad compared to so-and-so house. You know so-and-so house toe up. You good. And he will trick you into sleep and trick you out of your destiny. Hope somebody getting this. And so whatever catastrophe, calamity, crazy situation you're coming out of, or you're coming up on the rough side of the mountain, or you in currently, it's like your mama coming in on Saturday and saying, you better have this room cleaned up. I know so much revelation in this word, God. I know I said we was going to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Look at this room. This ain't even a room for somebody who deserved to go to Chuck E. Cheese. You don't even deserve to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Clean up. I just heard you say I cleaned up but I messed up and I started it all over again. And this end of I'm so glad I'm doing this with Patreon. I can just ramble, please, God, thank you. And this end of third quarter and going in the fourth quarter, it's time to call down the miracles. It's time to, I just heard, set the atmosphere for the miracles, okay? Clean it up. If you need God to do a miracle in your body, you should be having some type of exercise regimen. If you need God to be doing a miracle in your finances, you should be giving. You should be saving. You should be investing. You should be watching your spending. You should be budgeting. It's a God of process. You can't expect him to come in and do something for your kids at school if you're not spending the time making sure you're doing their homework with them. Because first it was awareness. I'm giving you a process of change. Take notes right here. God is giving it to me as I give it to you. This is the process of change. Starts off at awareness. I'm aware now. This part ain't right to me. That part ain't right. How I look at that ain't right. How I look at that ain't right. I think the second stage is after awareness is educate. See, some of y'all gotta educate yourself on how to be better in certain areas that you know you have deficiencies in. That may require reading, that may require, clicking on to some stuff like this. That may require getting some mentorship. That may require audiobooks. That may require finding some type of spiritual center to go to, getting underneath some type of spiritual covering, be a local church organization, whatever. I'm just trying to guide you the best way. You see, I need awareness that this is dirty, but I also need education on how to clean it up. And part of your education could be mentorship, meaning I need somebody to set an example of how I be better in this particular area. I'm going off the top of my head. So we got awareness, we got education. I must jump up and say implementation. I'm aware. I messed up right there. Let me educate myself. How do people who do this at a high level do it? How do people who do this in the way that I want to do it? Okay? Now, after I took in all of that research and education, I'm going to pull some tactics. This is the tactics that I want to use. These are the things that I'm going to do. This is how I have to fix the problem. These are my tactics. Fourth process is practice. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Sorry, my kids are home today. The changes didn't stick because you didn't practice long enough. You got to practice so long that it's impossible to do it wrong. I can't do it wrong. I only know this way. See, some of y'all ain't never had no real practice regimen in anything, and you got to find that. I done did this so many times that when I do it wrong, or you see Steph Curry, Bron, them, they done shot so many shots that for them to miss it's an anomaly. It rarely happens. From this particular spot, I shot over 50,100 shots. So let's take Bron as an example. Bron saying, I'm having an issue with this particular jump shot over here in the corner post. I'm having an issue. He go get educated. He talked to some trainers. He talked to some specialists. He talked to some people. He talked to some of his peers. How do I shoot this shot from right here? People give him some pointers. And then guess what he do? He practiced that. And after some practice, you have application. What is my practical application? When I get in this situation again out here in life, how will I respond? See, there's some things in your finances that's supposed to be an automatic no. We don't do that. I practiced that long enough where I'll never swipe for that because it goes against my financial principles. There's some things in your love life, in your sexuality, in your romance life, in your family life that's supposed to be an automatic no. It go against what we stand for. I'm going long, Patreon, but I hope y'all get it.